Okay guys, welcome back to this week's episode of The Rum Director. Sorry it hasn't been another one, but there will be more coming, as I've told you. I've forgotten what week of quarantine it is now. It's been going on for quite too long. So Whiskey Exchange sent me another box and it's arrived. So this is going to be the unboxing video of that. You'll see that in just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for rejoining. As promised, these are more videos coming up. Don't forget, during this COVID pandemic breakout, please stay at home. If you can order your drinks online, like I am, through Amazon, Whiskey Exchange, Tesco's, Waitrose, whatever, please do. Well, please do. Honestly, you'll get better prices and you'll find likely better quality alcohol that way. Please, whatever you do, stay safe. Stay at home and just keep social distancing. If you can drink through house party, meet up with friends that way. It's the best way. Until things open up, we never know what's going to be going on. So please just follow the government advice and do what you can. Anyway, until then, let's get on to the video. The box is down there somewhere, so you'll be seeing it right on my desk in just a second. Okay, take care. Here we go, in true relaxing end style. Let's get this thing open, shall we? As always, with the Whiskey Exchange, you can guarantee that your bottles will be properly protected. We have two bottles in here. How lovely. The first one, no idea which one I'm grabbing right now. Is Foursquare Sagacity, 12 years old. Released August 2019. Beautiful color on that. Look at that. Just beautiful. And the next one is... oh God, don't fall out. Another bottle of Foursquare, 2007. Cask strength, I believe, yeah, 59%. Again, 2019 bottling. Having ever tried any Foursquare, I'm looking forward to it. Now, what else is in the box? A receipt. And nothing else. Okay guys, as you've just seen from the unboxing, I have two new bottles of Foursquare, following on from my bottle of Foursquare which I got last week, which is right here, the Hereditas, which is just delicious. This is exclusive bottling for the Whiskey Exchange, and as I've said, you can see the other link in my video, which will be right there. And so these two bottles, I have one bottle of Foursquare Sagacity, which was released in August 2019. It is a pot and column blend. It's been made in ex-Bourbon and ex-Madeira casks. and it's incredibly delicious. The colour of it, 1 second, let's just turn you around to my light, which is over there. I'm sort of doing this free-handed, so that's shaking around a little bit. Sorry, as you can, ooh, there it is. As you can see there, it's got a very good colouring, and as of course, let's just turn you back. So, as it's Foursquare, yes, no sweetener, other flavour or colour have been added. All the colour you get from this beautiful bottle is from the ex-Bourbon and Madeira casks. It's all natural colouring and 96% proof, 48%, which unlike the other rums which I have in my collection, majority like this Bourbon and Madeira red wine cask, which is going down particularly well, are the standard 40%. One thing I've realised with Foursquare is that they tend to be quite higher base percentages. Just like the Hereditas, which I believe is, let's just double check. Yes, it is a private cask selection. I don't believe it's cask strength, even though it is at the cask strength level of 56%. Much like, yes, it is cask strength, I apologise, it says it right there. It is cask strength at 56%. Much like every other, which I have, which is cask strength, with my Wild Turkey Rare Breed, which is 56%. On my last video, I said that my Johnny Walker, no, not Johnny Walker, Jack Daniel's single barrel was cask strength. I lied. Nope, I got it completely messed up in my head. Won't be doing that again. And then of course I got the second bottle, is the Foursquare 2007. This is cask strength as well, but this is 59%. Now this is just pure ex-bourbon cask. Again, bottom column still, released in March 2019. And again, one thing I do love about Foursquare is that they do write on there, all clarity, that no other sugar, pure rum, no sugar or other flavour has been added. Now, these two bottles, and as you can see, I've actually been enjoying this quite a bit. I've been drinking them most days. I do a lot of rums, neat or on the rocks. The 2007 Single Blended Rum. I've had this on the rocks, and it's delicious, both on and off. Rum and ex-bourbon barrels, it just works. Now, I'm going to mention something about the corks, as I mentioned something about the Hereditas last time. And this will be built onto another one. I typically do not like synthetic corks, as you can see there. I much prefer, as you can see with the Bourbon and Madeira red wine cask, I much prefer all natural corks like this, pure wood. But I said this on a Facebook group which I'm a member of. I think it's World of Rum or something. I have to double check the name, it will be underneath there. And people have said that in the past, Foursquare had a problem that because they were using real corks, their corks disintegrated and you had to fish out the cork from the rum and you'd ruin a not cheap bottle of rum, 50, 60 up to 80 pound bottle of rum. So with synthetic corks, I can absolutely agree. The reason I typically say I like real wood corks because A, they look better, they feel better when they're coming out. It's entirely about the experience of opening a bottle, which I do like proper corks for that. But I can also understand, and I have to do my own scientific research. In fact, I'll be doing an entire episode just on corks that go into into bottles. Some people prefer screw tops. Some people prefer synthetic corks, and of course some people prefer, like me, the real thing. Just because there's nothing more satisfying than opening up a bottle and getting that proper squeak from the real cork as it comes out. Sometimes there is no squeak, but it just comes out. And actually, I had an idea for a redesign of a cork entirely. Now I've spoken for about 4 or 5 minutes just about rums and different corks. So let's break out the Sagacity, which is the ex-Bourbon, ex-Madeira cask. Yeah, and also when you've got a synthetic cork, they tend to take a bit of time to get out. They grip nicely, even though that looks like a pig's foreskin when it comes out. Doesn't look particularly nice. So I break out on my glass, which I have on hand here. I'm holding the cork for some reason, not the bottle, which I'm looking for. So, give it a good pouring. Oof. I would say this is my first time. A lot of my videos earlier, I wouldn't open bottles until I could do them with you. And also when you're putting the synthetic corks back into the bottle, it takes a bit of effort. You can't really do it one-handed. As you can see on my face then, I was going one-handed, not so well. But the colour on that is honey. I'll take you to my, see like that. It is a bit lighter. There we go. And it just has that honey look to it, which, especially when in this glass. Normally I do like to read what they say on the back of this because there's normally some information about tasting notes, etc. A blend of 12-year-old rums, aged in ex-Bourbon and Madeira casks. Each rum is a blend of copper double retort, pot still, and the traditional twin column coffee still. Non-chill filtered, some cloudiness may occur. Authentic Barbados rum, no sweetener, nope. So, unlike on the Hereditas, there is no tasting notes, which I do quite like when they include those, just because it gives you that, it's a nice thing to add. So this, again, this is 48%, 48% indeed, which is a good 8% stronger than your typical rum, typical whiskey that you buy from the shelves. Typical brandy even. Ooh. It's got that sweetness, but it also has that dryness to it as well, which is incredibly pleasing. And again, I'm having this on the rocks. I'm having this birthday suited. I'm having it neat because that's the best way to really experience it. That does mean that on high percentage rums, you will get that burning sensation in the nose, which just wakes you up. But it also means you can get that, smell the combination of that Bourbon and Madeira cask, which plays delicately in the nostrils. It's a mixture of that bourbon flavor, but also that wine dryness that you come to expect from most wines. And still, at 48%, this is a very, very delicious sipping rum. I haven't got the price, the price will be down here, but I don't remember being too overly expensive in comparison to other rums that I've had. And this is, as I said, this is my second and third bottle from Foursquare, respectively. And I have to say, I'm really enjoying my discovery along the rum route. From my first rum, which was a Diplomatico Reserva Exclusiva, which I will be doing an entire episode on sugar, which will in fact be one of the next episodes coming up. Added sugar in rums. I was shocked at finding that, so I'm very happy to see that Foursquare do not add any sugar to them. And it doesn't need it. It's just absolutely delicious. Now, I've realized I've been hammering on for about 10 minutes now. Oh, I mean, it's gonna be a 12-minute video. Sugar. Sugar is a bad thing, as we know. So I'll quickly crack in to the 2007 cask to give you my opinion on that. Clean up the old lips a little bit, because it's literally, I could talk until the cows come home, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to bore you endlessly. But because this is not one bottle, because this is two bottles, and I will try to keep it from one from now on, because as you can see, I can talk forever. So, the 2007 cask, which is strictly. Ooh. Now this is not your, this is stronger than your average cask strength by about 3%. Cask strength tends to be about 56% level. 56% level. Much like my Wild Turkey Red Breed, which I'll be doing I'll have to crack into my bourbons at some point. This is purely ex-bourbon, and on the back, what they say here is the following: a blend of rum from the artisanal pot distillation and traditional twin column continuous distillation of Foursquare, distilled in 2007 and aged for 12 years in ex-bourbon casks. Pure rum, no sugar or other flavour has been added. So again, what you're getting is straight that. Yes, rum is made from sugarcane. It doesn't need any dosage added to it. That is cheating. And when you find out the names of companies that do it, you will be shocked. Yeah, so again, this is 2007. I can't believe it's been that long since May. 2007. I can actually remember 2007, just. Foursquare, every new bottle I'm getting from Foursquare, it's amazing. The flavour, what I get from the nose, it's still that nice burn which you really get when you take that first inhale. As you can see, I'm struggling to talk just because, whoo la la. Now, at 59%, it's closer to 60. You will be getting a bit more burn, which is why I'd probably recommend having this on the rocks, which I have had a lot of this with. But still, it's a very pleasant burning sensation when it goes down. And of course, the more that it goes down, unfortunately, the easier it becomes to drink, especially when you've had it on the rocks. A couple of rocks inside, and it just cools everything down. The burn cools off, and it just goes down incredibly well. I've been utterly shocked. In fact, I've had nights during quarantine where I poured literally one glass of this, and I've gone to bed incredibly happy. So what we'll do is, now that it's out of the bottle, I'll quickly show you the colour of that. As you can see, it's significantly darker than the Madeira cask, then from the Sagacity is significantly darker, but wow, what a rum. Sometimes you don't have to do double blendings of rums. It definitely helps with the flavour, but sometimes if you know what you're doing a cask strength ex-bourbon cask, and you get something which is phenomenal. At 59%, if you had told me this 59%, I'd be expecting a heck of a lot of burn. I mean, it's something which really burns the back of burns the nostrils, but burns the mouth, numbs everything, and makes you think, holy you can't swear, what on earth was that? But here I am drinking this, 59%. If I wanted to, I could probably set this on light and it probably would burn. I'll have to do an episode entirely on what Navy strength rum is coming up in the future, and I think I might have one or two, we'll see. Don't really want to burn this, I'd much rather drink it. And that was a very big sip, and I had it in my mouth for quite some time. But I've had Bacardi and it hasn't been, this is so smooth. But it gives you that bit of burn on there. And if you're asking me, will this give you hair on your chest? 1 second, let's just see if I can do this. And then, yes, here we go. Music, please. Yes, it will indeed give you hair on your chest. And there's my sunburn from the other day. It is, ladies, it will not give you hair on your chest, I promise. I'm just a very hairy individual. It will give you that. So ladies and gentlemen, it's been 15 minutes, so probably, this is going to be a long video. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining again today. As I said, quite a few episodes coming up, so please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and go to get the bell icon on. If you can hear it, I'm not sure this will ring, we shall see. I was scared that was going to crack and spray things all over the place. And I've got a few new ideas coming up. Please, if you have any suggestions for rums, whiskies, whatever, please do comment down below. and I shall try to get round to them. And if you want to send me anything, please do contact me, and I shall happily take your rums, take your whiskies, and do a review on them. And that's it. I've been hammering on for such a long time, and you'll realise this. I'll try to keep it short in the future, and I shall see you in a couple of days. Take care, and I shall see you then. Bye!